I just wanted to share a little something. A little over 9 years ago, my dad passed away, and it was probably, oh my gosh, up until that point in my life, it was the hardest, most difficult feeling. That I don't even, it's such grief is such a huge umbrella of feelings and everything. I was having a really difficult time processing it. So much so for like 9 months, I felt paralyzed by the grief. I cried so much. I mean, my close friends were concerned, and finally I went to a therapist. And like I had many times throughout my life when there were bigger things that I really felt like, ooh, I need some help processing this. Like, just don't seem to have the tools that I need. So I should have went to a grief support group, but I didn't. I mean, looking back on hindsight. So I went to the therapist, and she was very young. And I was like trying to be optimistic, but for pretty much 45 minutes, all I did was sit and cry. And at the end, she wasn't a psychiatrist. She was a psychologist. So she really can't prescribe medicine, but she prescribed medicine for me and said, I'm going to write a note. You can give this to your GP, and then he can, prescribe you some antidepressants. And I was like, no, I'm not a depressed person. No, I just need, listen, I'm all about medication. So I'm not saying this, but at this point in my life, I was just like, no, I just feel so lost. Like I'm digging deep and I can't find it. So, a dear friend of mine out in California had called me that same week that I went to this therapist. And she said, Renee, I was at a dinner party and everybody was talking about this book on Oprah called The Secret. And I went out and I bought it for you on tape, and I'm going to send it to you. Well, she really knows me so well because I'm not one to love to read because I'm just on the go, 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 go. I spent a lot of time in my car. So a couple days later, the CDs arrived, and it changed everything for me in such a way that I was able to focus on myself without feeling selfish. That's like a big thing, right? So, The Secret did change my life. It changed my life spiritually. Like, it really applied to everything. I learned to focus and pray for things that I normally, like as a Catholic growing up, I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to pray for money, or, oh, I'm not supposed to pray for success. But like, and why not, right? Like, this was the message that I gave myself. I'm not saying that the church did that to me. I'm saying that that's how I heard the message, me personally. This is just me. So this was, and I always felt sort of lost and disconnected and trying to find a way to connect the two to make sense. And all of a sudden it did. I did the exercises. I did the vision boards. So many things in my life started to fall into place when I adopted this philosophy, this way of thinking, which is really positive. It's all about, the laws of attraction, and what you put out in the universe, you get back. It's very simple. But just like anything in life, like your happiness and success and the things that you want, you have to work at them. They just don't come to you, and this was a different way. Like, oh yeah, I was a hard worker. I knew how to like put my time in and get to a goal. But I was really missing like that one essential thing, which was like the visualization and really connecting all of the pieces to make something happen. So whatever you're going through in your life, I'm saying that this philosophy and this way of thinking, if you haven't, adopted it already and made it your own, think about it. Think about getting The Secret. If you've already done The Secret, maybe it's time for a little refresher. Maybe it's time for a new vision board. Maybe it's really all about feeling the gratitude, because I know that I do this. I say my gratitude before I go to bed. I do it in the morning. And, I look at God and the universe as a whole, and us together, people as a whole. It's just my philosophy. Anyway, I wanted to share it with you. I wanted to just put that little seed in your head, and have a good one.